Good morning, YouTubers. Happy Wednesday. I am going to be vlogging for you guys today. It is really nothing special today. It's just a Wednesday. It is my son's last day of Christmas break, so I'm really not sure what we're doing. We only have one thing planned, which is his eye doctor appointment this morning. He's actually excited for it, so I'm going to vlog some of that. But I wanted to share with you that I have been starting my mornings again with oil pulling. I started oil pulling sometime last year and a half ago, and I really started liking it. I'm a huge fanatic of natural ways to detox your body, and surprisingly enough, oil pulling in your mouth detoxes your body. So I fell in love with it then. It's great for your teeth. It's also great for, I just lost my train of thought. I'm so tired. It's good for whitening your teeth, freshening your breath. It's really good for a lot of different things, but it's also good for if you have a cold. So I had kind of slipped away from oil pulling for a while. And then the end of December, I started getting a cold and you get like all that phlegm in here and your chest is heavy. So I started oil pulling, and it really helps pull all of that up and out of you. So it's really cool. That's when I noticed the biggest difference in oil pulling, is when I'm actually sick. And then I start to oil pull. It's so cool the difference that it makes. So I just finished oil pulling. I always use a raw extra virgin coconut oil. That's best. And as you can see, I got buy one get one free. For whatever reason, our local health food store will randomly do buy one get one on coconut oil. So whenever they do, I always stock up because I love oil pulling. I will do coconut hair masks. I'm a very huge fan of coconut oil. So I figured I would get on here and just do very minimum basic makeup for you today, since I don't have a ton of time this morning. I could not get moving this morning. I'm not quite sure why, but I am going to spray my face with my priming spray really quick. Okay. So our priming spray is really good for starting with a smooth canvas. It's really going to help your makeup lay evenly and perfectly the way that you want it to. Over time, because it has B vitamins in it, it's going to help reduce any redness on your face, and it's also going to help reduce the size of pores. So even if it's a non-makeup day, or if you really don't wear makeup anyways, this priming spray is still something great to have. Just spritz on your face. Okay, Bubba. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. So typically what I do when I'm doing my concealer is I'll just use the lightest concealer, which is concealer number 0 right here. And I'll just put this underneath my eye area. But as you can see, I feel just a little puffy, a little darker than normal. I feel like I'm not feeling my best. So I'm sure that that's contributing to that nicely. And I did something really bad last night, and I didn't take my makeup off before I went to bed. And I'm really mad at myself for it, because my nighttime skin regimen now is amazing. I don't know, I was just in my own little world last night and not paying attention. So typically I just do the lightest one. Right now, because I'm trying to cover up a little more of this darkness, I'm going to go in with concealer number 1, which is has more of a greenish undertone. I'm going to rub my finger in the pan a little, just because it's wax based. It helps warm it up really nice. And I'm just going to try to spread that right along that dark spot and down a little, just to help blend it all out. See how nice that looks? I mean, you can obviously still tell that there's an indent, but it looks very camouflaged compared to this side. So I'm a pretty big fan of doing this. This is why when you look at our custom palettes that you can choose from, I believe it's called Perfect Face Collection now. We just recently changed the name of that, and it gives you the option to get one foundation, which is 110 of foundation, and then 2 concealers. And for me, I was always so confused. I'm like, why do I need 2 concealers? And now I know you can do it for reasons like this. This concealer, the green one I'll show you, is really good for covering up redness as well. So I have that scar up there. I normally never cover it up because I don't let that bother me. I don't mind it. But this is just a great example of how you can use two different concealers. You can get a darker one to mix with the lightest one to highlight and contour. These concealers are super easy to use for just that. And now I'm just going to place this one, just a really light layer. This is my lightest one. This is concealer number 0. And I'm just going to place it right over top of the green area. I'm also going to place some right on top of my eyelid because this is a complete concealer, so it's 50% pigment. It's also going to act as an eyeshadow primer. And I know I'm not supposed to pull my eyes that way, but I just do whatever is easiest for myself. So I'm just going to spread that out. This stuff is wax-based, so once it warms up to the touch of your skin, it spreads and blends so easy. These are by far the easiest products that I have ever used. I feel like a lot of people get intimidated when they hear that these are professional grade products. And I kind of was in that same boat in the beginning, but now that I've realized just how easy it is to use these products, I'm so in love with them because the high professional quality just makes it that much easier for beginners to use, especially, or if you're already a makeup guru and know what you're doing, then you're really going to love these. So now I'm going to go in with my Wintertime foundation shade, which is Shinto 1. I actually could probably bump down to Shinto 0, and that's pretty sad for myself. But I don't have it, and I know that it's going to start warming up even more here in Florida pretty soon, so I'm not going to bother with getting a lighter shade. Because these are so blendable and the pigment is so high that if you're a shade above what you should be, it blends so nicely still, and you still don't get that harsh line on your jawline. So then I just blend this out. I kind of dab it around everywhere first just to let it warm up to my skin, and then I just kind of bounce my blender full around and get it all even. Just like that. I'm kind of sad that this is Django's last day of Christmas break. I keep wanting to say spring break, I think because it's not fully winter to me. And then I like to put a little on my lips too, just so when I put my gloss on, it's not a drastic difference. So that is a very easy description to use 2 concealers and 1 foundation. I mean, look how much different my skin looks from the time that I hopped on here live until now. It is just such a pretty canvas to work with now because I use the appropriate steps and the best products. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing a little bit while I'm on here, since Django's being pretty quiet for some reason. No, he's eating his breakfast. His eye doctor appointment is at 9. So I'm not really sure what the outcome is going to be of this. So he says that his eyes are bothering him. Like, he'll say that they're achy. But so, you know that I go to acupuncture, and he goes with me pretty often to my appointments just because I don't always have arrangements for him, and I have been taking him to appointments like that with me for so long, like for a couple years now, that he's immune to them, and he knows to be quiet and good, and he's really not an issue, and it's intriguing to him now, so which makes me happy. So my acupuncturist, she'll use an acupressure on him sometimes, and at first she thought it was more of a nervous tick, what was going on with his eyes, kind of correlating it to your liver. And he was having some troubles at school, so I was like, well, that makes sense. We'll just, we'll let it go. And once the issues at school resolved, the eye issues that we were noticing also resolved. So I'm like, well, I guess that's that. But now that he's been on break these past couple days, he's really been complaining about his eyes. So I figure I'm not an eye doctor, obviously. So like, I might as well just take him just to get him checked out. He may need glasses. I needed glasses very early. So... but I'll just feel better knowing. There's definitely nothing wrong with getting them checked out. So this is my bronzer. I use bronzer number 3. It's a very light matte bronzer, and I just kind of take it along the outside of my face just to help warm it up a little. And I always go down a little through, like, start at the top of my ear and go down into my cheek some, just to help give it a nice subtle soft contour. And then I always go down my jawline again, just so I'm getting, a nice transition and not a harsh flawless canvas to white neck. So blending is key. Blending is everything. So I'm going to do that, and just to keep it really simple, I'm going to take my large eyeshadow brush. This is one of my favorite tricks, and I'm just going to, Django's coming. I'm actually going to use the same bronzer as my eyeshadow, just to keep this super simple and quick for a quick morning routine. Hi, Bubba.
Can I have chocolate?
Not right now, honey.
I ate my
Django, it's early. So I'm using a large eyeshadow brush, and I have pigment on both sides. This is another trick to do if you are rushing around in the mornings. You place pigment on each side, and then you just swatch over to the next. I'm actually going to put just a tiny bit more on each eye, just to give my eyes a little bit of warmth as well. And I'm really just keeping this right on my eyelid, which it works out perfect because that's basically the same size as this perfect eyeshadow brush, or this is the large eyeshadow brush. So that also just kind of helps warms up my eyes a little bit. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is my mascara. I really want to do a, maybe I'll do my lip gloss too. I'm gonna wear Grace lip gloss today. It's more of a pink, but it goes on really subtle. And it's so soft. It's definitely not a sticky gloss. I hate when you wear a sticky lip gloss and your hair gets stuck in it, and that is not this. So all of our lip glosses come in these really cute bejeweled tops, and they all have a mirror on the back, so it makes for easy on-the-go application. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is my mascara. This is our One Step Fiber Lengthening Mascara. It's buildable and it's amazing. It's super lightweight. There's nothing I hate more than finding a great mascara, loving the length and volume, but it's so heavy on your eyelashes. I can't stand that. And so I love that this is super light. It's buildable. For me, I typically just use one layer of mascara because my lashes are already a decent length. I'm pretty happy with my natural lashes. But yesterday, I will say, I actually did a tutorial in my makeup group on Facebook, and I was doing more of a glam look. So I had already had my mascara on from that morning. So last night I had added an extra layer, and holy moly, it made my lashes so long. It looked like I had on falsies. And I really don't have any quick tips or tricks for how to... Yes, honey?
Can I do my...
Isn't that crazy? It's a really, really big difference. And that's just one coat of fiber lengthening mascara. It's One Step Fiber Lengthening. It's super lightweight. It's vegan formula. It is Leaping Bunny certified. And it also has a vegan wax in it. So if you currently have this mascara and it's wintertime and maybe you're not noticing the same results, all you have to do is warm it up. I always sit down because I'm doing my videos now, typically when I get ready, so I always cross my legs and stick it right between my legs. You can stick it in your back pocket. You can just simply twirl it in your hands for a minute. There's some people that will actually stick it in a cup of warm water just to warm it up while they're getting the rest of their face on. So I would definitely recommend warming up your mascara if you aren't noticing the best results that you normally get from it, especially in the winter time. Okay, and there is my second eye. I am telling you guys, this mascara is amazing. Simply amazing. So I hope that you guys have a great day, and I'll check back in here in a little bit when we make it to the eye doctor. Bye, guys.
Hello!
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys! What?
So we are here a little bit early to the eye doctor. Django's super excited, aren't you?
Yep. And I'm gonna get glasses.
He really wants a pair of glasses. So since we're early, I really just wanted to get back on here and say hello and really just share more about the Lime Life opportunity with all of you, and you know, what it has done for me Um, you know, I shared on my Facebook the other night how a working mom confession that typically when I was working a full-time job, I was always so stressed out. I worked so many hours every week. I had so many deadlines, and you know, I loved Christmas breaks. I love spring breaks with my son. But towards the end of those breaks, or even just a few days in, I felt so guilty and so stressed out. And I was just waiting and like wanting him to go back to school because I'm like, my life didn't stop. Like, my work life is still here and it's still stacked high. It's still growing. And I need to get back to that because that's what's important. And that was just my mindset all the time. And this is my first, I know Thanksgiving break, this was, Lime Life was my full-time job, but it was a little different. It wasn't as long of a break, and honestly, we were traveling. We were on a road trip. We went to see my family, so that wasn't really like a good testing for us. But this Christmas break has been our longest break that we've had together at home since I've not been working or just with Lime Life, and it has been so much fun. And the other day I was thinking, I'm like, I'm actually getting sad that school is getting ready to start back up because my mindset is so different now. My stress level has gone down tremendously. You know, I don't have deadlines waiting on me. Hi, Baba. I don't have any of that. It's us. It's me and Django and my business, and it's just really been great. It's been an awesome experience. It's been really cool to actually be able to see how my mind is changing with everything. And you know, stress is such a huge culprit in our lives, and I'm just thankful for this opportunity, and I'm thankful that I've been able to, you know, experience this opportunity to actually realize the difference and actually soak in these moments. Oh, thank you. I don't know how old that is.
It's not old.
It's a chapstick.
Saved it.
Oh, thank you. To soak in these moments versus wishing them away so I can get back to a deadline. So it's been very, very nice and a lot of fun. Do you like having mommy at home?
Wait, let me see if that's yours or mine.
Well, clearly he's excited.
Oh yeah, it's yours. Look. Hey, Mama.
Hey, Baba.
Yeah, babe.
So red cake stacked on top of each other.
Guys, so I know it's been a couple hours. We went to the eye place, and really I didn't know what the process was going to be for taking a young child to an eye doctor, but I guess you pretty much have to have an appointment. So we have a standing appointment for 2 weeks away. I'm super excited again. I don't really know if there's anything going on, but I would rather have someone check him out just to see. So after we did that, we went to a cute little diner for breakfast since we were both already dressed and ready for the day. And I just got off the phone with our realtor. We have been waiting to hear back from them to see if the sellers had finished all of their updates that we needed, criteria that we needed to pass inspection. And we got word that everything is finished as of now, so I'm super excited. Our next steps are to get our inspector back out there so he can double check everything, make sure it's all in the clear, and then we can get insurance and close. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's such a good feeling, and I feel like, what, Baba? My son and my cat, like, you would think that my cat was a human and they like wrestle. So yeah, I feel like there's so many things that I want done in my house right now where we currently live, like cleaning wise, and there's just like certain things that feel cluttered, but I don't really want to even put that energy into it because I know that we're going to be moving soon. So I might, my son has requested to go see his sitter today. She's basically like another grandma for us. She's awesome. So he might go there for a little bit today. I know it's his last day of break, and I wanted to spend time with him, but I also want him to be happy. So, I might take him there in a little bit if that's what he wants to end up doing. And if he does, I might go to Home Goods and just kind of scope out some things for the new place. Hi guys. So I went to Home Goods, and I feel like this always goes this way. You either go to Home Goods and buy a bunch of stuff, which is typically when you don't really want anything from there, or you go to Home Goods when you want a bunch of stuff and walk out with nothing. And I think I'm just being super indecisive because, you know, I really don't know how I want to decorate it. And sometimes Home Goods can be so overwhelming because there's stuff everywhere. But I was going to show you what I did get. I bought 3 things. They were literally all on clearance. One of them was dry shampoo because I was out of mine and I'm in like desperate need of dry shampoo. I bought a little phone clip for my car because I like vlogging on the go, and my phone case with a built-in like adapter thing doesn't really work very well. It's kind of broken. And then I bought this really cute Florida State shirt. I thought it was cute. It was on clearance as well. And that was literally it. I felt so disappointed by Home Goods today, but I figured I would just share with you what I got. I'm getting ready to do my yoga challenge. Today is day 8. If you haven't been following, I don't think I've shared that on YouTube yet, but on my other social media platforms, I have shared that I am doing a yoga challenge on YouTube, Yoga with Adrienne, and today's day 8. We are on Meditate, and I have been saving my yoga sessions for nighttime. I just feel like in my mind, I was like, that's a really great way to just kind of wind down and get ready for bed. But for me, it has been making me so hungry. And I fast. I do intermittent fasting every day, at least, I don't want to say every single day, but probably 6 out of 7 days of the week I'm doing intermittent fasting. So I don't like to eat after a certain time of the day, which was getting really hard for me. I was breaking my rules a lot because I would do yoga around 7 or 8, and I don't really eat after 7 when I'm fasting, and I was starving, and I was constantly finding myself picking at things because I wasn't wanting to eat a whole meal that late and blah blah blah. So I've decided to just do my yoga during the day. And I think part of my thought process was I like doing yoga uninterrupted, meaning I don't necessarily like having my son all over the place when I'm trying to, you know, meditate and breathe and be mindful. So in the evenings, that's when my husband's home, so it was super easy that way. But my son he's with a friend right now, and then tomorrow he starts school again, so I'm just going to get in the habit of doing my yoga challenge in the mornings, and I'm really, really hoping to stick with some other sort of yoga challenge after this is over. It's only day 8, so I've got a little ways to go, but I'm really enjoying it. I've had adrenal fatigue for quite a while now, so exercising has been rather difficult for me. And I used to be very into high intensity workouts, CrossFit type workouts. So that was a really, really, really big mind struggle for me in the beginning of getting adrenal fatigue and realizing that I couldn't do any of those workouts anymore. And even now, you know, I've let my body rest for months now. And if I was to jump into a high intensity workout right now, it would send my body into a flare up, and I would be crashed for a couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks, and it's just like a never-ending cycle. So I've had to really learn and get out of my own head and learn how to do mindful things with my body that aren't strenuous. So hot yoga used to also be one of my favorites because it's quick results, and I can't do that anymore. So I have made myself learn to love gentle, loving yoga, and that's where I'm at right now. And I've really had to teach myself and make myself, you know, teach myself basically that small steps are better than no steps. Small progress is better than no progress. So if I don't know, maybe someone else needs to be encouraged by something like that today, but that's just something to keep in mind. And always love yourself. Always, always, always do self-love. I have a video that I'm going to share on here at some point that are self-love detox habits that I do at home on a regular basis that you can also do at home. I feel like sometimes, a lot of the times, that doesn't make sense. A lot of the times when we think of self-love, we think of going to get a massage or going to a spa or going to get a pedicure or anything like that costs money, and it doesn't have to cost money. You can do self-loving things at home for free. So I am going to share a video with you guys so you too can see that there are plenty of ways to love yourself in detox at your own home for free or little to no money, basically. So I will be sharing that with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to try to link it in this video or make it a whole separate thing, but stay tuned.